Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your watch list for Monday, January 28th. We are coming into the last week of January. Here comes February. The government's back open for a few weeks. Let's see what happens if we strike a deal. It's possible. I think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to go back to a government shutdown, but hey, you never know. I think that'll be a good sign for the markets this coming week that we do have government being open again. We have trade talks coming with China. We have North Korea coming up. We have Fed coming up. A lot coming up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So we're going to see some volatility. That's for sure. Our watch list is fairly extensive going into Monday. And we're going to start off with NVAX. Biotech stock here that fell down to the 200-day moving average line after making a really good run here in November, December. Double bottom bounce. Rebounded back up in the 237 range. So we didn't quite make a new high, obviously. But we're starting to see a rebound now at the 50-day moving average line rather than the 200. So we have a higher low being established, which is good. Now that we're moving higher here on some increasing volume, I'd watch to see if we get back up to that 237. If we do and we break, 258 next area to watch. Obviously, we want to hold that 50-day right around 2 if it does pull back. ADXS, you know what? This one really aggravates me. I get frustrated. It always seems like it's going to get ready to run, then it pulls back. And I think it's going to run again, it pulls back. Well, we got above the 50-day moving average line. Obviously, a significant move there from a technical standpoint. We have resistance at 39.40. Then I think if you break 40, this is your trade to possibly 44 double top, then maybe 46s, 47s. It's a flag pattern, and it is still pretty bullish because we are making higher lows, kind of using that 20 moving average line. Right around 31 for some support there. CNBX didn't quite have the volume on an average daily basis, but a nice little pop on Friday. And again, very similar. Move up, flag pattern. Now starting to break higher. I'd watch 50 and then 59. So we're coming up to some resistance here at 50, which we did hit Friday but didn't break. But over 50, there's that 10 to almost 20% potential that we look for on these setups. AXXA, this is going back now to back into 2000 and early 18, 18 here in May, when we saw this stock go from basically 0006 to 37.5 cents. That's the volatility that I love about AXXA. We had this huge run, and then we saw a really extended, long, deep pullback here with a nice base, and now we're starting to rise again as volume picks up. So we broke over this 0257. We hit 032 essentially on Friday. The next chart high is 055. And then dare do I say 37. I don't even think that's within question right now. But I also didn't think it was within question back here April and May earlier this year when it went from 0006 to 37. So, you know, you never know. The right news, the right move, and all of a sudden these things can take off. So initially watching 5s, and if it breaks that, I guess we'll reevaluate from there. BCCI, love the stock. We got another week now before the Super Bowl. We know there's a lot of hype around Super Bowl ads, Indianapolis 500 ads, things like that with BCCI. I was actually reading a Barista Coffee Cannabis article on CNBC this weekend, so that might get a trickle over play for BCCI early this week, and then obviously the Super Bowl hype could take it from there. We're looking at 059 and then 065 as next resistance. So again, I looked for a pullback entry on Friday. I didn't get it. The stock closed fairly strong. And I'm looking for the stock to pull back maybe once this week where I can scoop in and grab some shares and hopefully sell the end of the week pop if there is one. EMMBF. So again, up and then flag pattern and a nice move over the 200-day moving average line. 113 could be the spot we watch here. If we break that, 124 and then 143. You do have the 200-day moving average line at 103. That's kind of some tentative early support right here. If it breaks that, 83 is a little bit more established support, which is the 20 and the 50-day moving average line. Going back to another pot stock here, ALEAF, great move. Again, a huge move early on from 60 almost up to 4. Big, deep pullback, gravitated at the 200-day moving average line, kind of consolidated, which is so important. We talk about that all the time. The resting phase after a big fall or a big run up, and now we're starting to grind again, and here comes the volume. 165, 167, and then 235 with hopefully some good support down here at this 116 to 120 range. RESN. So this is nothing really super sexy, fancy kind of play, but it's been grinding here since December of 2018. Higher highs, higher lows, 366, then 375. Next two targets. Still put it in line for 15, 20, maybe a little bit more than 20% move. WFT, love and hate it. I love the pattern. I hate the fact that when I get in it, it moves like 1% a day, up or down. It's kind of boring until it's not. But right now it's not. 11% on Friday always has big volume, 30, 40, 50, 60 million shares a day. Liquidity is not an issue here. Support is at 50 and 54 with right now first resistance at 70. We got two more here, gang. Hang with me. We're almost there. Cloud Peak, CLD, big fall, consolidate. Now we're above the 20-day moving average line with big volume on Friday. I think this is our trigger right here for Cloud Peak. CLD over 42, 43, double top. Now we start looking at maybe mid 50s, low 60s. So 50% potential possibly on this trade if we get up into that level. But we got to break the double top 43, 42 first. ATNM, you're basically just playing the channel right now. We are near the top of the channel on Friday. We hit it. If this stock pulls back, I think it's worth a watch in the mid 40s for a bounce play. And if it breaks out, we're looking for a breakout of about 57, 58. Then we're looking at 61.6, 66, 68 level. So the trend may continue higher here. But I do like the fact that since December, this has been trending higher. So watch those pullbacks for entries. We don't always have to play on the breakout moves. You can play on the pullback. And this is a good stock over the past several weeks that has shown this trend line's pretty strong until it's not, right? That's the stock market. Everything is strong until it's not. And then you have to be able to stop out if you make the wrong trade. But looks like there's some support, 45, 46, 47 off that trend line. So that's the video watch just for now, gang. We'll see you all in the Traders Council chat room. Don't forget, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, boot camp, Traders Council members. I'm going to be covering all the essential tools that you're going to need if you're a brand new trader to help you become more successful in the stock market. That's Wednesday, January 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Traders Council chat room. We'll see you there.